Hello and welcome back to my channel here at Valley View Farm. If you are new here, my name is Caitlin and we cover many different things, primarily homemaking, homesteading, farming, gardening, canning, baking, all kinds of things. So welcome if you're new. Today, I wanted to start the video with a little clip of the creek running right over by our chicken barn. If you live here in Pennsylvania, you know that we have been needing rain for quite some time. We had a very, very dry, unusually dry fall and winter. So I am glad that it's February and we are finally getting some much needed rain. Actually a little too much, but hey, it's good. I'd rather have too much than not enough rain. So it just was refreshing to take a walk over to check on Clarabelle and hear the creek rushing down through all the rocks. And I thought, oh, I just have to video this and add it into my weekly video. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. But today we are actually making noodles here on the farm. I try to make the majority of our pasta from scratch. I do keep dry store-bought pasta on hand. It's just easier for those quick nights where we've been outside, we've been doing, busy doing something, and you just need that quick dinner. So I don't make all of our pasta from scratch, but I try to make as much as I can. Actually, I'm currently going through trying to replenish and heal my gut. Just had a couple health issues, nothing real big and serious, but just need to take better care of myself. So I've been trying to make everything that is dough into sourdough, just to, again, help heal my gut. So I'm anxious to try to make my pasta into a sourdough pasta. I did not in this video, but that's something that I am definitely going to work on. So stay tuned for that if you are interested in sourdough like I am. So kind of how I do my pasta, probably similar to a lot of other people, I run it through my KitchenAid. So I will link below my recipe for my noodles, and I use this recipe for everything. You could stop after running it through the rollers and make it like a lasagna. You don't even have to cut it. So oftentimes that is how I make my lasagna. So you can just do lasagna noodles. I have a spaghetti noodle attachment. But in this video, I just have like my regular egg noodles, like the wide-ish noodles that I made in this video. But I also have another attachment that does like macaroni noodles, rigatoni, those type of noodles. So I do really enjoy making my own noodles just to really slow down, and I don't know, it's just really rewarding when you sit down in the evening and it tastes so good. It's so much better for you. It doesn't sit as heavy in your belly. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know, so I have been wanting to experiment with grinding my own wheat. And I'm so excited to tell you that I finally purchased a grain mill. It should be here towards the end of February, and I'm going to get some wheat berries and try that out. So I'm so excited to have all the benefits from grinding your own wheat at home, and then taking that and making sourdough to have extra benefits. I'm just so excited. I get kind of geeked out on the nutrition and learning how to care for your bellies and just for your health in general. So as you can see, I ran it through. I usually run my pasta sheets through till they're like, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there's a dial on the edge. So I start with 1, do that twice, do the 2 twice, the 3 twice, and the 4 twice. So I go to the 4th setting. I usually don't go any thinner than that. But as you can see, they're very they're not stuck together. They're very like loose, and they are just delicious. So then I switch my attachment and put on the cutter, which is what I'm doing now, and I cut them all. And then something that I learned actually from another YouTuber that I watch is she does not use a pasta drying rack. She bought a drying rack, like you can see here, a wooden, like bamboo drying rack that is a closed drying rack because you can fit so many more noodles on there. I thought that was so smart. I love keeping items in my house that are like a dual purpose item, right? Like, I enjoy when something has more than one use. So I'm really excited that, I could hang small things out to dry on this, and then also using it for noodles. I just absolutely love that. I like being intentional in our home. I hesitate to really say minimal. I'm not really minimalistic, but I try to be in that mindset, and I make sure everything that I'm bringing in our home is intentional, it has a purpose, and that I use it. If I do not use something in a year and it has sat there, then I get rid of it. That has always been my policy from day one, and that is how I keep our cupboards to a minimum, our clothes to a minimum, just everything in our house. I just like to declutter, and it's just easier to get your house back into sorts when you are cleaning. And I don't know, it just comes together quicker. And whenever you're relaxing in your home, you're not sitting amongst all of this junk and stressing. I don't know, it just gives me peace, I guess, having less. Less is more. I've always stuck with that. So yeah, I just keep repeating the process here with the noodles. As you can see, it's kind of monotonous, but that's honestly a lot of a homemaker's job, is just to do something and figure out how to do it and then repeat. Whether it's doing clothes or cleaning, you just keep going. So this night for dinner, we had the homemade noodles, of course, with Alfredo sauce that I also homemade, and the chicken off of our farm, and then the broccoli that was actually out of our last year's garden. So it was a nice little hearty meal for us. So now on to a surprise. I've been so excited to tell you guys. That's my husband there opening the gate. We had our first baby calf. We were so excited. Marlon actually found it. I did not. I was really sad. I wish I found it to be able to tell him and see the happiness on his face, but he found it first, and it is a little heifer calf. And so we are so excited. This little baby obviously the mother will raise it up, and we will be keeping it on the farm. It will become part of our breeding herd. So, well, thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you felt inspired today, and I look forward to seeing you in next week's video.